up with this Prince song inside my head. Hands up if you're down to get down tonight, 'cause it's always a good time. Slept in all my clothes like I didn't care. Hopped into a side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my head? Hands up if you're down to get down tonight, 'cause it's always a good time. Slept in all my clothes like I didn't care. Hopped into a cab, take me anywhere. I'm in if you're down to get down tonight, 'cause it's always a good time.
Good morning and good night. I wake up at twilight.
It's gonna be alright. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. It's always a good time. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. Side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my head? Hands up if you're down to get down tonight, 'cause it's always a good time. Slept in all my clothes like I didn't care. Hopped into a cab, take me anywhere. I'm in if you're down to get down tonight, 'cause it's always a good time.
Good morning and good night. I wake up at twilight.
It's gonna be alright. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. It's always a good time.
Welcome to another episode. We have had so many episodes this month and last month of Grommet Live, and I am your host, Marcy McKenna. I am missing my lovely co-host tonight, Greg Rollett, who is very busy with his son's sporting events. So we give him a hall pass for those. But so I'm at the helm all by myself tonight, but I'm very excited about being at the helm tonight because you guys are in for a treat with some of these brand new launch products, literally just launched this week. In fact, there's a big competition going on right now with a few products inside the chat. In fact, or inside the chat, I'm sorry, on the Grommet website, both of which makers are going to be here tonight. So as of last night, one of them was ahead. And in case you're not familiar with Grommet or you've never watched Grommet Live before, I want to tell you what I'm talking about. And that is that on the Grommet platform, there's all these products, about 1,200 of them now. And every week we launch about 15 to 20 new ones. And they all vie for the position of product of the week. In other words, they vie for all of these Grommet shoppers, including you, to upvote their products. And the one that gets the most upvotes at the end of the week is crowned product of the week. And they get all kinds of great perks. And they get the product pushed out in front of more and more people. So that's always really exciting. And tonight is sort of a big deal because this is the last push for who is going to be product of the week. And as I mentioned, there are two of them that are really neck and neck. So it's really going to matter. So definitely get active inside the chat. If you like a product, you're going to see a QR code next to each of the ones that I am presenting tonight. And if you like that product, give it an upvote. Let them know you're not buying the product by doing that. You're just giving them a thumbs up. I like your product. And in return, you are going to get 20% off. So what's the matter with that? It's kind of a win-win as far as I can tell. So definitely do that. You can use the 20% off tonight, or you can use it a year from now, a month from now, whenever you decide, but at least you'll have it. And the maker will know that you like their product. So it's, again, super big deal. The other thing that is a big deal on Grommet Live is our giveaways. And I'm guessing many of you, I'm seeing a bunch of you in the chat that I have seen before. So I know many of you know about it, but for those who don't, our giveaway, or I should say giveaways, we do 2 of them on every Grommet Live show. It's a fun sort of treat, fun tradition that we do. About halfway through the show, I'm going to be giving away one of my very favorite products of the night. And you'll have to wait to see which one that is. And sometimes I change my mind halfway through, kind of based on the feedback that I'm getting from all of you, because I want you guys to win a product that you guys are going to be excited about. So definitely let me know inside the chat what you're loving, and we'll see if we just can't get you to win one of those. And if not at the halfway point, you have a second chance at the very end of the show. That one is a little more fun because I'm going to be asking a question that had something to do with something that I talked about on the show tonight. So you got to be paying attention because the first one that chimes in with the correct answer is going to win the second giveaway. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and we're hoping to have most of the makers inside the chat tonight, and it looks like we already have several of them, so that is good news. And I have a special treat for you guys, and that is we are going to have one of our makers on live at the end of the show. This maker is someone who won Product of the Week not long ago. So Greg and I actually featured her together, another female inventor. Love that. And you guys are going to love her product. It is such a phenomenal gift, but it is something that everyone who even likes to garden a little bit is going to want. So stay tuned for that because we're going to hear all about her journey, find out a little bit about the challenges along the way and where she is right now and what's happening on Grommet and beyond. So that's going to be super fun. I see Sherry. I see Doggy Do Good. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you. And speaking of Doggy Do Good, I have to tell you guys, for those who missed it, last night we did a show that was completely dedicated to the best of the best pet products for gift giving. And we had some doozies on, and the show, we had so many that we, some of them have kind of spilled over. There's one that I was dying to get into the show last night. I'm going to show you 2 of her products. They're phenomenal. And unfortunately, one of them didn't get here in time. So we decided to do it tonight instead. So I'm going to kick off the show with that product because it is a pet product. So think of it kind of along the lines with the show last night, because it was definitely one of my picks for the best of the best in terms of pet products on Grommet. So I'm excited to show you that one, excited to show you all of them. We've got Sink Topper in the house. Welcome, welcome. I'm a big fan of Sink Topper. In fact, I used it today, believe it or not. And I will tell you all about that. Oh gosh, what else? What else? Okay, so and Go Play Cosmetics is in the house. You guys are gonna flip. There's a little pun in there that you'll understand when you see the product. But you guys are gonna flip out when you see this product by Go Play Cosmetics. I had no idea what I was in for when I said, yes, I want to do this product. I want to learn more. It is phenomenal and makes such an amazing, amazing gift. So for all of you guys that are on here and you're looking for a gift for the girl in your life, whether she is a daughter or a niece who's on the younger side or all the way up, this is one that every one of them is going to love. So that you are definitely in for a treat with that one, as well as all of them. So the last thing I just want to say before we get started is that the chat, and you guys are already amazing, but the chat, for those of you who have not been here before, that is everything to Grommet Live, because the reason that we created Grommet Live in the beginning, Greg and I, when we conceptualized it, it was all about helping these independent inventors, these smaller makers, smaller businesses get found, get seen, get discovered by shoppers. Because in this e-commerce landscape that we are living in, as you can only imagine, if you have a product or imagine if you did have a product, trying to stand out in the world of the Amazons and the Walmarts, it's kind of crazy. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of products. How do you stand out? So our vision was to create a platform that would allow for those makers to get found. And one of the ways to do that is on Grommet Live. And what happens, the reason why I brought up the chat, is the more active that chat is, the more it's going to get seen, and that triggers the algorithm on all the different platforms that we're on, whether it's LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, wherever it's being seen. That active chat triggers that algorithm, and they say, wow, something cool is going on there. Let's push it out to more and more eyeballs. So that helps everybody achieve their goals in such a big way. It helps Grommet. More importantly, it helps those makers, especially during this busy holiday shopping season. So we want to help them amplify their stories, tell the world about their products. And you guys, I would love it if you guys could help us do that tonight. So if you haven't already told us where you are tuning in from, and I'm seeing several of them, we've got someone from California. That's Christine. Christine, welcome. I too am in California right now as I'm filming this, as we're live streaming. So let us know where you're tuning in from. Let's see, we've got, oh good, Spring of Pets is in the house, and I'm so glad because you are our first product. I can't wait to go over that one. But anyway, let's just have some fun tonight. You guys are going to love these products. They're all amazing. I will think they're all brand new, except for product of the week, because she was on, because she won product of the week. And believe it or not, her product was on way back in the beginning of Grommet. I think it was in 2019. She's one of our veteran products. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, here we go, guys. We are going to kick this off with, oh, I forgot one thing. Jen will get mad at me. The last thing is, we talked about the giveaway. All you need to do to enter that giveaway is hit the QR code that Jen put up before, and I think she'll probably put it up a couple more times. But there it is, right there. Hit that QR code and you can enter right there. But because so many of you are here live with us, which I love, we give you guys an extra perk. And that means that basically all you have to do is put one word in that chat to get it going, and that is giveaway. And when you do that, you get a second entry into our giveaway. So you are doubling your chances to win 2 awesome products tonight. So you don't want to miss out on that. So definitely Jen, our producer, is paying attention. So put it in the chat when you have a second, and you'll double your chances. Easy peasy. I see Sherry just did it. Monica just did it. So keep that going. Okay, guys, our favorite product, could be our favorite product, but it is our first product of the night. And this is the one that I was talking about that we really wanted to get in the best of the best pet gifts last night. And I was so happy that the second part of the product did arrive today, and it's as cool as I knew it would be. And I love these two items together, so I'm happy that I get to feature them together tonight. And this product is a Shark Tank product. And if you've watched before, you know how much I love Shark Tank. Kind of a groupie. Think I've seen every episode. And this one, she was on the founder, women-owned business, which I love. And she was on actually with her brother. And that's the other thing I love is a good family-owned business. And that is definitely this one. And her name is Shannon. We had a Sharon on last night. And her brother is Griffin. And they were awesome on Shark Tank. They did get a deal. And I believe they got $400,000 for 10% of the company. And the deal was with Lori Grenier. So what product am I talking about? Because that's a pretty big deal and not a huge percentage for what's typical there. So you guys did good. And I'm going to ask you in the chat some follow-up questions to that. But what product am I talking about? I'm talking about a product by a company called Springer Pets. And I'm so excited to feature this product, not just because of this one product that I'm going to show you, but because of their sort of bigger vision for their product line. It's very much, in my mind, sort of a dog lifestyle brand, if you will. So they've thought of so many cool sets and different, it's just kind of a whole way of being with your dog and going to the dog park, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. But their hero product, the one that they really launched with on Shark Tank, and actually they were in business quite a while before that, but it is a product that you're going to see right here. It is this bottle that is so smart because, first of all, just the fact, we talked about this a bit last night, but when our pets aren't hydrated on the go, it can be just downright dangerous. And I know we're in the winter time, but any time of year, our pets need to be hydrated. And I am guilty. I have a dog, a black lab who needs hydration a lot, being black in the hot sun. But I'm guilty so many times of forgetting to bring a bottle or forgetting to bring something to pour water in so she can have something to drink. We live in a place where there are bowls around it. Some people's help leave them out, but they get really yucky and you never know what's in that bowl. And if you go to a dog park and they have kind of the community bowls, who knows what's in there also. So I'm always concerned about that. The fact that this bottle lets you bring hydration with you. It's got this clever little carabiner there, but how does it work? So this right here is basically a silicone bowl. And what's so cool is it flips down like that. So it's, very compact. But when your dog gets thirsty, you flip it up and you basically are just going to squeeze. And I want to show you in there without getting my computer wet, but you squeeze and the water goes in here. So you've created a little drinking bowl for your dog. When your dog is done drinking, you basically release it. The water goes back, gets kind of sucked back down into the bottle. And then it's got a twist on top that just locks it closed so that it is leak proof. You're not going to spill it as you go. It just, to me, it's such a simple solution, the way that she's done it, that it just kind of squirts up in there right when you need it. And then when you're done like that, you can hold it like this. You can put it on your belt loop if you want. You can, maybe you're going along with a stroller, put it on the stroller. So lightweight, so easy to carry, and there's just no excuse for not having your dog hydrated when you're out and about. Let's see here. Gosh, already a lot of questions and things. Let's see, you've been on fire. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Springer Pets, great product, says Doggy Do Good. So that's a good endorsement right there. I think it is a phenomenal product and such a good price with the Grommet discount that it is just $22.40. It is normally $28, I believe, if I'm seeing that correctly. But here's what I love. When I talked about it being sort of a lifestyle brand, if you will, she really has, as the CEO, has thought of everything. There's so many cute little additions. And here she is, Shannon, right there. Adorable. And her dog, I'm forgetting the name. Gosh, please put it in the chat. I think it's Ricci. Am I saying that right? Could not be cuter. Anyway, there they are. And just to give you an idea. So the other product that she sent that came today that I was really excited about, let me go back to full screen there, is this guy right here. And so this can hook right onto here so that they're kind of a little duo together. But what this does, at first I thought it held the poop bags, but not the case. This is actually for treats. So it's got this little hole right there. So you fill this up with treats. And then when you're on the walk, if the dog does the right thing, or if you just want to give a treat. Oh, I was close. Rishi, so cute. So you're just going to squeeze it like that. Treat comes right out and you give your dog a treat, or maybe your dog's friend or whoever. But so great that these two, I mean, when you're thinking of gifting for the holiday season, what a cute little set that you can gift. The colors, you've got to go to their website because it's such a fun website. First of all, she's got so many fun things going on there, but the color selection is incredible. I talked about, this is a duo, but she goes further than that with some little sets. I'm going to show you one of them right here. I'm going to forget the name of it. It's kind of like the walk set maybe. So you're seeing two right there that like this. You've got the treat holder and the flip bottle. And then she's also got a fanny pack, which I am just such a fan of, with the leash right there. And I want to show you that one also because you're seeing some of the fun colors. Those, some of, a few of many, many colors. And the other thing I want to tell you about this bottle is that I do love also that it comes in different sizes. So it comes in a mini, which is, I believe it's a 15 ounce for the mini. And then this is the flip. So it's got the flip bowl, and that, I think this is the flip. I hope I'm right on that. I believe it is. Yes, it is the flip. And then there's a classic. So the flip holds 20 ounces. The classic holds 22 ounces. And then there is the growler, which holds 44 ounces. Love the names too. Lots of people are getting in on the giveaway. Love the water bottle, says Jackie. And let's see, Mylene says, what about, oh, we're getting to that one. She's jumping the gun on me. And Springer Pets is replying to Jackie. So happy to hear that. Yes, I mean, I love these products so much. They're such great gifts because they're priced so well. And I love a wow factor. And these colors are just, they're kind of lots of pastels, but just so current, on trend. And she is getting accolades of the yin yang. I believe Oprah even gave you some kudos. I think they were featured on Oprah Daily. So that's a pretty big deal. So all kinds of good stuff happening. And they're in, I believe you're based in Austin. Is that correct? Austin is one of my very favorite places. My son went to school there. So I got to visit a lot and absolutely fell in love with that. Let's see, my Frenchie Toby is getting this for Christmas. I know that Frenchie, and that is, oh gosh, it was just last year. They were not just Oprah Daily, they were Oprah's favorite things of 2023 on the favorite things list. So that is a huge deal. Congratulations on that. And yes, they are in Austin. Lots of dog walking going on in Austin. So, I mean, you guys, they are killing it. Let's just face it. They're doing so well. And it's just so fun to watch, especially you guys are young and just great entrepreneurs, and seeing you guys on Shark Tank. If you guys missed that episode, go back and watch it because they did just a phenomenal job. And she's saying hook 'em, or no, wait, someone's saying hook 'em, and hook 'em right back at you. Anyway, guys, that is our first product. If you like that product, definitely give her she and her brother Griffin, family owned, and their dad is an inventor too. In fact, I think they have the bug from their dad. It does run in families. My grandfather, my mom, me, my kids are not following. Actually, one of my sons is following in my footsteps, only one of the three. But anyway, you guys, great product line, great people behind it. So definitely grab the QR code. If you're not buying it tonight, save it for when you're ready. And what's great about products at this price point is if you have a bunch of sort of pet lovers in your life that you're thinking, well, maybe I'll get one for her and him and all of that. If you buy multiples together, you can use that 20% on all of them. So that's kind of a big win. So that really adds up. So definitely grab it. And with that, we are going to move on to the next product. And there was somebody inside the chat that was talking about the next product. And asking where it is. And so here I am. You ask and I shall, what is that saying? I always forget my sayings. I shall deliver, I believe. Anyway, the product that I am speaking of is a very, very, very smart product. This was developed by a woman named Christine, a lady, a girl, and I believe she is in the chat. And she hit this one out of the park, and it's doing so well. And I was so excited to see it on Grommet. I saw it way back in the beginning, and there weren't all the options and the colors and all the things that you've done with it. So it's so wonderful to see the progression and to see the colors, because I've fallen in love with several of them. But the product I'm speaking of is a product called Sink Topper. And I was mentioning that I used it today, and I did because I was with my mom today, who lives in a very small apartment. And in that small apartment is a small bathroom that has, it's not quite a pedestal sink, but it's close. It just has a little bit of counter space around the sink. And so it's a real struggle for her when she's getting ready of where do you put everything? I'm sure there's many of you guys in the chat who are joining us tonight who can relate to that. If so, let me know about that in the chat, because I would love to hear that. And whether you live in a small kind of apartment or just small spaces, and I did some research and found that home spaces are getting smaller and smaller. Not that the home you're in is shrinking, but the homes that they are building, they're building them smaller and smaller, that people are just not wanting those big, huge homes anymore. And so with that, our sink space is getting smaller and tighter. You've seen those tiny homes. You've seen so many people who are doing the RV life. So there's so many uses for that. But if you are space challenged at all in the bathroom, you're going to love this product, because basically what it does is it gives you a whole extra countertop of usable space. And if you are like me and you have any amount of skincare products and makeup brushes and hairbrushes and all of those things that we do when we get ready, to have that extra space when you have a tiny space with maybe just a little border around it is everything. And so let me show you what it looks like. I love this color. So I'm going to start with this one right here. So basically it is, very lightweight, very thin. So I show you that only to say that it is so easy to store. It takes up almost no room. Love that she added this little hook right here, because you can just, on the back of a door or on the wall behind the door, you can just kind of have it out of sight, but you could also just tuck it down next to the sink. So when it's not in use, it is just ultra, ultra slim. But when you need it, all you do is take it off the hook, if that's where it is, and you open it up. And look at this. I'll peek through here. But you have created, basically, you're getting all of this extra countertop space instantly. And this is made out of a silicone. It's very pliable, but oddly, somehow engineering wise, it's very sturdy at the same time. So it's, it has some definite give to it. But what it is, so I think sort of the magic is right here, is the reinforced inside of this silicone is very durable, high quality stainless steel. And so you're putting this around the sink just like that. The sink is still usable in terms of brushing your teeth or turning it on because of how this cutout is designed. But you have all that extra space. And I'm going to show you a couple pictures to give you a sense of what I'm talking about. I think you have probably a little bit of an idea, but here's someone using it right there. So in this case, she actually does have a decent sized counter, but still wanting to, it's funny how the mirror is always right above the sink. And so when we're wanting to use that mirror, it's hard because there's not counter space over the sink. But now you do instantly have that counter space, which is really, really nice. Another picture here. I love that one because that is more indicative of what my space would look like. So look, it holds that hair dryer, it holds a curling iron, so you can put some weight on there. So it's brilliant, brilliant. I'm missing, let's see, Sink Stopper is amazing. Oh, the pink is so pretty, isn't it? Brilliant idea. I've purchased so many as gifts. They are amazing gifts. I love that we're doing it this time of year because it is a really fun, easy gift to give anyone. Kids that are away at college, whether they're in the dorm or whether, like my daughter is right now, or just living in those kind of smaller college apartments, to have those girls with all their makeup will love this. And let me just show you some other colors. And then I also want to mention that it does come in 2 sizes. So the one you just saw, I'll show it to you one more time. This is the large. And I'm going to go over the dimensions of that. And then this is the smaller one right here. And this is sort of a pearl white, which I really like. So see how that's more sort of for the oval bathroom sink. So that's that. And then wait till you see the lavender. This one is also the small, but look how pretty that is. So pretty. And there's a black, there's so many different colors, but I'm partial to the kind of girly colors that I'm showing you here. Now, let's talk about the dimensions of the two different sizes. So it just, my mom's sink, I actually could have used either one, I discovered. We used, it really is, the small one's more designed for it, but I tried them both on it and they both worked well for it. So the small one is 19 3/4 by 15 inches deep. And as I mentioned, they're very, very light. That one weighs 1.4 pounds. And in terms of what you can put on top of it, it can hold up to 7 pounds. So depending on how heavy your appliances are, I was shocked at, we could really load it up. I was surprised at how much when I felt how kind of soft it was, I thought, I don't know how much you can actually put on there. And then we started putting things on there and realized it's really quite sturdy. So it's great. And then the larger one is 24 inches, and then it's going to be 15.5 inches deep. But actually, if you're counting the loop, it's 17 inches deep. And that one weighs a little bit more at 1.8 pounds. And I just love her story that, I mean, as you can imagine, she was having that issue and thought, what can I do? Because this is like not usable space when I'm getting ready. So she started putting together prototypes literally with cardboard and duct tape and just, cutting and just trying to make it fit, and finally did. Let's see. Oh, thank you for that. Jen just reminded me of a super important thing that I was so excited about it. And I'm going to show you a picture of it in just a second. And anyway, but with that, I just loved hearing, I always love hearing the inventor story and how it all started, and, the first prototypes and all that. So that was fun to hear about. And boy, have you come a long way, because it is an really, really great design. So well executed. It works so well, solves the problem so well. But I love that I'm guessing this was an afterthought. And I love that when a product is created and you start using it and you think of different ways and different benefits that you didn't even maybe consider at the time that you created it. And one of those is that it is an amazing way to clean your makeup brushes. How cool is that? Look at this picture right here. Look at that, because on the silicone, not only are there the holes that are perfect for the draining. I'm going to change the scene right there so we can, okay. So not only are there the holes, but I wanted to show you that there is a texture on there as well. So that texture is perfect for you. Just do a little, the best way that I know to clean your makeup brushes is actually with baby shampoo. So the Johnson's baby shampoo is supposedly the best. They have those other fancy kinds you can buy, but that works well. Just put a little bit of that on and you're getting it wet, and then you're using the texture on that silicone to really go back and forth and clean those makeup brushes. And then what's so great is that dirty water just falls right through the holes, and then you rinse and repeat until they are crystal clear clean. So really nice added bonus there. I love, love, love that. I'm going to show you a couple more pictures of it in use. She has a lot of great shots. But there you go. And so I do think, I mentioned RVs, but there is no sink space or counter space in an RV. So such a great use for it. Also, anyone that has a boat that has one of those little tiny bathrooms on the boat. How great to suddenly be able to actually get ready in one of those bathrooms. So lots of uses. So many people chiming in the chat. Let's see. Perfect to slip in your suitcase. You know what? Absolutely perfect to slip in your suitcase for travel, because it is so lightweight. And Jackie is saying that she puts hers in the outside zipper pocket. So how nice, because hotels are notorious for that, not having enough counter space. But also cruise ships. If you are going on a cruise ship, that's one of the worst things, is there's no place to put anything. So to be able to just open that up and have that extra space is so great. Paint color is nice. My daughter and also my son's girlfriend use it when she's over. That's so nice. What a nice treat for you to have for your guests. And totally, I sent one to the last Airbnb that I stayed at. The owner was super sweet, and it was the perfect way to thank her, but I packed mine and it was so useful. Jody says, wow, I love all the sink topper colors. I do too, Jody. So many great ones. And I'm not even showing you all. They do have a black. I think you saw the black in the picture there. The turquoise is gorgeous. So many, and it's just such a fun solution, and those always make great gifts. So, and look at that it's under $20. Who doesn't love finding great gifts, especially in the 11th hour? Here we are, just less than a couple weeks of shopping to go and thinking of those people in your life that could use that little extra space in the bathroom, and to get that for less than $20, you can't beat that. And so typically it's $24.95. But if you grab that Grommet discount, and if there are several people in your life that would appreciate that, grab a few of them so you can get that 20% on all of them at one time. And it is kind of one of those gifts that could be just kind of in a pinch, because most girls, even if they do have a big counter space, can always use more. And the fact that you can also clean your makeup brushes. I have a question, Sink Topper or Christine, and that is, is it ever used in the kitchen? Could it work on one of those sinks, the bigger one? Just thinking of people that, like my mom just moved into her new apartment and she does not have a dishwasher yet. Anyway, we're looking at some of those little small mini ones, but I was thinking, could she dry dishes on that too? I don't know if it would work for that, but I'm certainly going to try, because that would help her a lot, actually. Okay, let's see, holes also fit the makeup brushes so they can sit up and dry. Very clever. So after you wash them, and that is how you're supposed to dry them, is straight up. So you basically put it right inside the hole and dry them that way. You could market this as just a makeup brush cleaner. It's brilliant. I love that. Yes, it could work for a kitchen sink as well. Wonderful. That is huge. And huge, again, I'm going to think of RVs and things like that too, to be able to have that multi-use of the bathroom and the kitchen. Super cool. And well done, Christine. I really love it. And keep the colors coming, because you do a great job of picking them. I'd love to get one for myself and for Christmas gifts. Love the colors, and I can clean my makeup brushes. Perfect gift for me and my big family. Absolutely. In fact, I thank you for that idea, because I think my daughter's definitely going to get one of these to take to college, because that idea of traveling with it takes, no space in the suitcase, but how helpful that will be for her in her tiny little dorm bathroom that she has. So I love it. Great product. Okay, we're going to move on to the next product. And I say next product the way I just said it, because the next product is called Next. And I am, as I said, a dog owner, a dog lover. The whole show last night was all about pets. So I could not be more on board with this product, because one of the things that does drive me a little crazy and I'm not a super big, environment person. I'm not someone that, preaches it from the rooftops to everybody, but I do like to do my part. And it has always bothered me that those dog bags, the bags that people use to clean up the dog doo-doo, since it's, well, anyway, that what happens to the landfills, because I just look around Babel Island where I am, and there are the things on the poles that hold the dog bags every block. And I think each one of them is filled with bags, and they all get used. It's amazing how those empty so quickly. And so you think about that multiplied across the country, and that's a lot of bags. And I just have a feeling 99.9% of those bags are terrible for the environment. Have to believe that. And so the fact that this company, Doggy Do Good, Kara and David, actually, I know that Doggy Do Good is in the house. I'm not sure exactly who's here, but I love that they took that further and actually created bags that are not bad for the environment like the current ones are. And these bags, it's called Next, and they are pet waste bags. They sent me all different sizes, but this one here is 120 bags. The $12 that you're seeing there with the Grommet discount, that's actually for 240 bags that you're getting. And I'm going to open up this. This is the one that's 240. I think I have that correct. So maybe double check me on that, Jen. And inside, when you open it up, as you can see, there's your 240 bags, so nicely packed. The bag, just the quality of the box is so nice. And here they are, so they can fit in all those little, in fact, I'm sure that Springer Pets has something to hold these, I believe. But when you open it up, you will see the very green bags. Very cool looking and super quality. That was one of the things I noticed kind of right off the bat is I would have thought that if they're good for the environment, that must mean they're thin and not quite as durable as the other ones, but not the case at all. They're very, very durable. In fact, much more durable than the ones that we use all the time. And so they are, they're made actually of 65% recycled plastic. So you love that. They are leak proof. I love that the price point, so that you've been able to create them at a price point that is the same, if not lower, than those regular bags. Let's see. Yeah, one box is 240 bags. I just wanted to confirm that the 12 was 240, and it is. So great that for the same amount you would spend on the ones you get at the pet store or the grocery store or whatever, they were able to do that with the ones that are eco-friendly, that are made of recyclable. So something that would typically take, I think they quoted at something that normally would take 500 million years to disintegrate. This does it, I think it is 5 years. Did I read that right? And then let's see. We give plastic a second life. It's the first landfill-friendly bag that is made from 65% recycled plastic. It gets converted into biomass and energy without microplastics. So I just think when they make it so easy to do your part, why wouldn't you? And if you have a dog, I'm sure it's been on your mind too, because you use several of these a day. And if everybody, who knows how many dogs there are these days, but that's crazy to think of what that does to our landfills. So if you could do your part at the same cost that not doing your part is, why wouldn't you? So I love this company, love that they care about our world and our environment to do something about it. And I love Grommet for giving us an opportunity to share that with more and more people. Because I know if I stopped anyone on the island walking their dog, they would never be able to, they wouldn't know, they wouldn't have maybe even thought about the fact of what's happening to our landfills. And if you said, could you use these instead, and it's going to help our environment, why wouldn't they? So I love it. Really, really well done. And you guys have done such a great job with your branding, your packaging, all of it. Just top notch. Doggy Do Good is amazing. They are engineered specifically for landfills, the first of its kind. That is awesome. And then Doggy Do Good competitive price point. Wow, love the name. I love the name too, I gotta say. Doggy Do Good is awesome. And it is Dave that is here from Doggy Do Good. So Dave, thank you for being here. And as I mentioned, I was showing you I have one other even bigger size, I think, because they do come in all the different sizes. But if you're wanting to just kind of check it out to try them out and make sure you love them, this one is the 120 bag one. The one that you're getting at the $12 is 240. So that is going to last you, depending on how many pets you have, a good long time. And you're going to feel very good in that long time, knowing that you are doing your part. And also, I do, of course, love that every purchase does give back. And they are a company that believes in that wholeheartedly. And so I know Grommet always supports companies like that and loves to find companies that are doing that. And Doggy Do Good is definitely doing good. So thank you, Doggy Do Good, for being here and for creating such a wonderful product for us, for our dogs, and for our environment. Thank you. Okay, guys, we're going to do a little break and do a giveaway. And I think my first giveaway is going to be, I'm going to go with my original pick, unless you guys want to convince me otherwise in the chat. So let me know if there's something in particular that you are wanting. But I think I'm going to give away the flip bottle, because I think it is so cool, so clever, and so important for our pets to be hydrated. And this just makes it easy and makes it fashionable, and it makes it fun. And so we are going to give one of those away, and I'm going to tell you who our first winner is. I think this winner is in the chat, so that's always fun. And that is Christine Rockhold. So Christine, congratulations. You are the lucky winner of one of these flip bowls. And just go check out I encourage everybody to check out their website, because it is so fun and colorful and all of that. But find the one you love most and let Jen know what color you want, and we will get one of those out to you as soon as possible. Congratulations. And if you did not win, you are not too late because we are doing another giveaway at the end of the show. And that is the one that is going to be something about trivia, something about something that we talked about tonight on the show. And the first one who chimes in is going to win the second giveaway. And that is one that you are definitely going to want to win. Okay, we're going to move on to, gosh, this is a game changer. This is a very, very, very cool product and a very, very, very fun gift for so many people. This is another one. My daughter's getting very lucky this year. And our producer, Jen, has 2 daughters. And I think either one of them would go nuts for this. And it's not just for younger girls. What is so cool, I showed it to my mom today. She flipped. Now, she is an artistic one, but she also really loves makeup. She's 83, but she does love makeup. And she watches the YouTube tutorials and all of that. And she's also was a pretty good inventor in her day. So she really appreciated this one. This one, and we do have the maker with us in the house. And let me find this here. So thank you so much for being here. And it is Mugda, another woman-owned company. So we love that. And she has created something that is just off the charts smart and off the charts fun. And that is a product called, well, her company is called Go Play. So I have to tell you that I had a little misconception when I first saw the picture, and I saw it from afar about it, and I saw that it was called Go Play. And I was thinking that this was kind of like a finger painting kind of a thing for little kids. I was thinking it was a younger kids product. And I quickly learned how wrong I was. This is absolutely an adult product, and it is for anyone who loves doing makeup and experimenting with makeup. And there is a lot of women out there, young girls, women, older women, you name it, who love doing that. There were some statistics that I learned as I was researching this product that were kind of jaw-dropping. And the first one is that 86% of the makeup that we buy gets thrown away. Why is that? Because, and I'm as guilty as anyone. In fact, I just did a full clean out of my whole vanity, and I was blown away at how much I have that I don't use. I forget that it's there. But the reason we waste so much, 9 out of 10 things that we buy go to waste. When I say things we buy, cosmetic type things that we buy. And the reason is because we will buy a lipstick thinking, wow, that looks really, really pretty. And when you're in the department store looking at it, and maybe even trying it on under those department store lights, and then you get home and you don't like it so much, and it goes into that drawer. And then eventually you clean out the drawer and it goes into the trash. So that's exactly why. Same thing with nail polish. I mean, how many times? And the other thing I do is I accidentally buy the same color over and over because I'm just drawn to a certain color. Well, what she has created is a kit where you can basically DIY your own lipstick. And so you can do it based on an outfit that you want to have that perfect shade for an outfit, or you can do it based on, and this is what I've been loving about it, based on your own coloring and what looks great on you, what the right tones are for your skin tone. And that is where the education part came in for me, because something that's so cool about this lip kit, and I'm going to show it to you, I'll show you a video in just a second, is that it also does come with an app that you basically fill out some questions that it asks you, and it tells you, because I never knew what my tone was. So I'm just buying colors that I think are cool or look cute. And I don't know if they're the right color for me, but with this app, you can instantly find out exactly what are the right color tones for your particular skin tone, your hair, your eyes, all of that. And I was kind of happy to see when I did it all and I saw the colors that I really liked most of them. But there were some colors that it was suggesting for me that I would never have thought to try, but now I can't wait to try them. And you can do that with this kit right here. And in this kit, let me show you a video first, and then we'll walk through the kit exactly. So here's a video. This actually, I kind of put it together, kind of spliced it together from Kickstarter. So this is a Kickstarter product, and they did very, very well on Kickstarter. And here it is right here. So that's on the inside right there. Those are cartridges with primary colors that get mixed below in this little dish, and then it has this little cute makeup brush, and you just mix it up, and and that's it. And so you've just made your own customized makeup. Now, here's the different colors that are in those, that can be in those cartridges. And you're going to get colors based on your specific tones, as we were just talking about. There's sort of the standard ones, and then there's some other ones as well. Now, I love that it comes with a recipe card. So it's so simple. At first, to me, it's a little intimidating to make your own lipstick. Where would I even begin? But they break it down and make it so simple. So if you are someone that it determines you are a cool skin tone, these are some of the colors that they recommend. And if there's one that you like, you're looking and thinking, maybe it's that really light pink one there. Well, then you look at the recipe card and you see, so we're doing the one just right at the top. You see that we need 1 pump of red. We need 4 pumps of white to create that, and that's it. And so I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. So you could take any one of them. Maybe you're wanting this, really kind of deep purple down the very last one. You're doing 1 pump of red, 1 pump of blue, and my picture is over there. I have a feeling there's some black in there, but I don't know. So anyway, so that's the idea behind it. So let's I'm going to go full screen here, come back to you. And so to show you, here's the recipe card right here. And we are going to, so I'll just do that light pink. This one actually is telling me, actually, I'll show you the app because I determined what my 2 favorite ones are. And I'm going to show them to you right here. So these are the 2 that I was going to make actually with my daughter, Courtney. I showed her last night. And so tonight we're going to actually make those. And so that was pulled off the app after I answered all of the questions. And it also lets you pick your color palette. So there's the different color palettes. There's spring and autumn, and that would be a red, a yellow, a blue, a white, and a black. Spring and winter, you can see them all right there. And so here's my color palette. And each one of these, I'll pull it up to show you the different tones that are in here. And so you're basically just taking the recipe, and then when the top is on, you actually need to prime these before, and I was trying to keep it clean for you guys, which is why I'm doing it tonight, but you just need to prime them before. And then when I would want to make it, all I would do is follow the recipe, and if it says 2 pumps of red, I click twice with the red. And if it says it needs 1 pump of white, I'm going to click 1 on the white, and then a couple pumps of the yellow, and then it's all dispensed right into here. And it comes with these cute little bottles. So this is the bottom part that is here, right? There you go. And okay, yes, she's letting me know that the palette that I have is the warm undertones. I was showing you the cool one, but this is the warm undertones. And so as you can see, that is the black, that is the red, the yellow. So you can see why I thought these were kind of finger paintish, and it was like a kid's toy because it's these primary colors. And then the white, which is obviously going to lighten whatever it is that you're creating. So that's that palette. And then you're taking the bottom of the little lipstick container, you're screwing it up there, and then you're following the recipe. And then in the top of the lipstick container is a great little brush. And so you're using this brush, you're going to mix it up and apply it to your lips, and you are good to go. And it's just so cool that you can play with it because you could apply it to your lips and maybe it's just a little too dark. So do another pump of white, mix it again until you get that sweet spot, that perfect color for your outfit, your mood, or your coloring. And then I also love it comes with these moisture drops. And so this is so smart because not only does it make it feel better on your lips and nourishing on your lips, but if you're someone who likes it a little more glossy, or maybe you want a satin instead of a matte, you're going to do a drop or 2. So I have a great video actually that gives a good example of when you want to change it up a little bit, because in addition to these moisture drops, they also now have sort of a shimmery, you can add, a little bit of kind of a bling to it if you want. And this video shows that well, because this is a video where they're wanting to create something, a pink tone, and then they're not loving it. And so you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. So they're doing a cool, hot pink lip color. She's opening it up. She's following the recipe, which is a pump of a cool red and a white. So easy, just literally a pump with your thumb. And then she's taking that little brush and mixing it all together. And it's quite a hot pink, right? And so maybe not loving it. She wants to do something different. She wants to add a little bit of shimmer to it. So there is that shimmer that's called the platinum shimmer. She's adding that in, putting a couple moisture drops in there to give a little bit of a more of a gloss. And you'll see the difference in just a second. See, so that changed it up a little bit just with that. But she wants it to be a little more dressy. So she continues to add the shimmer until she gets the look that she's loving, which is right there. How great is that? So you are instantly, I mean, when you have that wrong lip color and you put it on, it's so frustrating. And maybe you're someone that has a lot of lipstick and you go thumbing through trying to find the right one, but instead add a little shimmer, add a little more moisture drops, add a little more red if you're wanting it a little darker. So smart. And you can use it. And I was actually, that was a question I was going to ask you, and you beat me to it. You can use it for your eyes. You can use it for your cheeks. So there's so many options. And if you are someone who's creative, who likes to kind of play around with makeup a little bit, you're going to love this. But the amount of money that we will save when we are making our own lipsticks is amazing. I read a long time ago, I remember how much lipstick in particular we waste, because a quarter of the lipstick that we're paying this big money for, quarter of it is left inside the lipstick container because it goes, people don't typically go in there and scoop it out. Well, with these little guys, you are not wasting anything. You've got that great little lip brush and you're getting everything out, and it just, applies it perfectly. And and once you find those sort of recipes, if you will, cocktails of the perfect ones that you love, you're saving them in the app so you can always make them again. Because maybe you're not following the recipe card exactly. You're adding to it, changing it up just to, customize it for you. That'll be saved for you and you can always access it later. Let's see, what am I missing? Okay. I really want to hit on the gifting idea, because the Grommet discount that really does make such a big difference, because it is typically $79. With the Grommet discount, it's $63.20. And I just cannot think of a more fun gift for a female to open at Christmas, because no matter our age, I think we always love kind of that element of surprise at Christmas time, and getting those, this is a toy in a sense for women, and how fun to have something to play with and just experiment with. It's just an experience type of a gift that keeps on giving. So if you are stumped with a female in your life who is maybe a bit of a makeup junkie, or even just likes to, maybe it's a younger girl who's just getting started, how fun for her. So many ways to gift it year round, but lucky us that we're getting it at holiday time and getting that 20% off. So, and guys, I mean, what a fun gift to give the females in your life, whether it is daughters or nieces or girlfriend or wife or whoever. I just love it. And I am so grateful that we got to have it on Grommet. And I just, again, want the chat to get going, because I want more and more people to know about this, because I knew nothing about it. I have to show you also, it came with this cute little bag. So it all is in here, the bottles and your moisture drops and your kit, everything fits inside here. But I also love the container that it comes in. So this is just fun and giftable. This is a bow and go type of thing too, that makes it easy to gift. So what a wonderful product. And just, I'm not one bit surprised that you did so well on Kickstarter, because just, it's so different and unique and fun. I love it. So anyway, guys, what do we think? Grab the QR code, give them, even if you want to just inside the chat, give her a high five. I mean, how innovative is she to come up with that and to execute this so phenomenally? I mean, really, really. So I will have to do some before and after pictures with my new colors that I showed you. And I have to say, Mugda, you've done such a great job with the app also. So many times, there's so many products that have apps with them these days. And I feel like with a lot of them, they're an afterthought and not done so well. And I end up not using the app because it's just not a great addition. This is one where I just loved what I learned on the app, and I loved how it just kind of nailed, with the few questions that you asked me, it knew exactly the recipes to give me that I would love, and that I'm excited to see what they're going to look like on me, but I feel like it's the right colors for me. So I'm excited about that. So thank you so much. I'm going to have fun playing with my Go Play. Okay, we are going to move on to the next one. Now, I did mention that there is a product of the week competition going on, and there are two that are neck and neck. And I don't even know in this moment, it's probably changed, but the two that are neck and neck, you already saw one of them. That is this guy right here. This, as of the time, maybe 15, 20 minutes before the show, this one took the lead. Lots of upvotes. I want to say close to 800 quickly. This next one is a very close second. And I was so excited about it that I actually a little bit late. So I wasn't able to, the maker wasn't able to get me the sample in time for the show, but I wanted to feature it so bad that I ordered it off of Amazon. But I'm kind of, it arrived and it's not the right one. So what's kind of cool is that this maker has had so much success with this product, and he's now on his I think it's his fourth version. And so that's one of the things I love about Grommet. They're the first ones to get the great version. So the one that is on the Grommet is the one you guys want, but you'll get the idea with the one I'm going to show you, because it's definitely souped up compared to the one I'm going to show you. This product is called the Body Scratcher. And right away, it shot up in terms of upvotes. It was the clear winner in the beginning. And I thought I had to take a closer look at it, and like, why is everyone going so crazy for that? And you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that tingler. Do you guys remember the tingler, the head tingler that was almost like wire hangers that you put on your head, and it just feels so good. It just gives you the chills in the best way. And they sold millions and millions and millions of them. I actually, the inventor of that is a mentor of mine. And so I got to hear all the stories about how it got knocked off and all of that fun stuff. And she had to fight for her patent, and almost $1 million later at her expense. Unfortunately, she was not successful in fighting it. She should have been, because it was rightfully her invention. But anyway, so this reminded me of that, because I think the reason it's doing so phenomenally well, and I looked at other sites too to see, you know, what's this phenomenon about? And oh my gosh, people go nuts for this body scratcher. And I love, it was invented by a guy named Ryan, super cool guy. And I love inventions that come in this way, kind of like the Reese's peanut butter cups with the chocolate and the peanut butter, where he used to use something called a palm comb to comb his hair. And so it's sort of a comb. I mean, it fits in your palm, and it's a comb, and he's slicking his hair back. And I think it had a stick on it or something, or it had a handle on it. And he accidentally went too far when he was combing his hair, and he ended up scratching his back with it. And the feeling was so good that he wanted to do it more, but he didn't have a long enough handle. So he played with different things and duct taped the handle on and used it as the back scratcher, and it worked so well, and he loved it so much. He started showing it to his friends, and they said, you need to make this. This is phenomenal. So we did. And sure enough, it has just taken off. So here it is. Again, this is the wrong version. I'm sorry. The right one actually has a handle that extends. This is just a solid handle there. It extends from 12 inches to 23 inches. So you can really get those hard to reach places. But he was not lying, you guys. And I'm so glad the price point is as good as it is, because it feels phenomenal. And I think I'm right about the head tingler. It reminds me of that same feeling. Something about the bristles, about what he has done with these is just on my legs. I love it. I can reach down and do the bottom of my feet, and it feels incredible. I mean, every part of your body. And this has two different, and you're seeing that in the picture too. It's got two different textures to it. So this is the one that is a little more coarse, as you can hear that, I'm sure. And then this hole right here, you just kind of poke it out, and out it comes. And then you can put this one in. This one is more rubbery. I can't decide which one I like more, because they both feel so good. They feel different, but both feel so good. Oof. Oh my gosh, you guys, you cannot miss with this. You are going to love it. If you're thinking you're going to buy it for a gift for somebody, you better get two, because when you try it, you're not going to want to give it as a gift. So at the $16 with the Grommet discount, you're getting the $4 off. Stocking stuffer galore. this, how cute, sticking out of a stocking, but how much they're going to love this. And I can just see Christmas, everybody just walking around. I mean, I haven't done my scalp yet, but that's got to feel amazing. So you can take this in the shower. You can do it wet or dry. The other thing it does is it's great for getting flaky skin off, exfoliating the dead skin. So it's almost, you know, in a way, a loofah. It can be sort of a loofah and so easy to clean. So if you were doing it in the shower, you're just going to rinse it under the water and then set it to dry, and that's it. So easy. I would use the more coarse one for the loofah part of it if you wanted to use it in that way. But I think what you're going to love more than anything is just sitting here doing this. I could do it for the rest of the show. I mean, and then the other thing is pets. I can imagine pets really loving this under the, oh, even I love it under the chin. I love this thing. So I get why it just immediately skyrocketed. I'm guessing a lot of people already had one and knew about it. Either that or they had a really bad itch that they needed to scratch. And this does it in such a great way. And so I love the maker behind it. He's a great guy, and just anyway, to create something so simple and really go out on a limb and think other people will love it as much as you do. And boy, do they. So well done, Ryan. Great stocking stuffer, great gift year round, but also something you got to have for yourself. For real. Okay, we're going to move on. We have one more product before we get to the product of the week winner, and I get to bring in my special guest. And this next product, I don't know if these guys are in the house. I'm not sure if I saw or not. It's from a company called Vapor, Vapur. And this is a water bottle. And gosh, on Grommet, we have done a lot of water bottles. I'm sure you guys can all attest to that. I want to make sure I didn't miss something there. Let's see. Apps. Oh, GoPlay is just mentioning that they're working on making the app even better in the next version. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be, I will love that. And Sing Topper says, necessity is the mother of invention. I need this. Yes. Okay, so this is by Vapor. There's the brand right there. But I was just saying, we've done so many water bottles on Grommet, and they continue to do so well. I mean, people love their water bottles and love ones that get more and more innovative. I was watching the Buy It Now show last night. It could have been an old episode, but there was a gentleman, a young kid, who invented this insane water bottle that basically did everything you could ever want a water bottle to do, including charging your phone and playing music and all of that. Fancy. This one I love because it's actually more simple than any one we've ever featured on Grommet. And there is something about the simplicity that I really was attracted to. The company itself, everything they do, the branding, the quality, all of it is just off the charts, really nice. This bottle, as you can see, is flat, actually rolls up. So takes up, I'm someone who travels a lot, so I really appreciate this. But, you know, you can roll it as flat as you want. Takes up like no space in your suitcase or in your purse or in your pocket, anywhere. But then when you get to your destination or when you get thirsty, the fact that you can open it up and fill this up with, I want to make sure I get the right amount. It's 0.7 liters that this holds. So you can fill that up, drink it. It's got a great spout on it. Just that flip spout. I love that this is a little, easy way to carry it, but it's also a carabiner. So you can hook it to a belt loop, hook it to your backpack, hook it to your luggage, anything to carry it for you. And so that you can be hands-free with your water bottle. Now it's designed for water, but you can put any number of things in here that you would like. But if you have traveled lately, and I'm sure many of you have or are getting ready to for the holidays, then you know that when you're at the airport and you go through security, you can't bring any water or any liquids at all. And so then when you get through, you go to the gift store and you want to buy a bottle of water, and they're about, what are they now, $8 or $9 that you're spending for water, which is so crazy. And then you get to your hotel and they charge you for water. So to be able to bring this and to have it weigh, I think it is 2 ounces that it weighs. So it's almost like nothing. So adds no weight at all and no bulk at all, but you make it through that security. And now they have the water bottle filling stations around every airport. And so you can fill this with purified water and have that on the airplane and not have to drink out of the little tiny airport cups or airplane cups. And then when you're at your hotel, most hotels have the same thing on every floor. You can go fill up with fresh water and have that, or at the gym, or maybe you're hiking or wherever. But it is just such a great solution. I've seen some collapsible water bottles, but they can be a little bulky and awkward even when they're collapsed. This one is so well done. I don't have it full right now. I probably should have, but I wanted to show you how it folds. But when it is full, it does stand firm and tall. So it's not flopping over or anything like that. The way they've engineered it is so smart. They've done a great job with that. But just the convenience of traveling or hiking or doing any outdoor adventure with a bottle and maybe you're starting with it full of cold water, but when you're done, who wants to carry those big water bottles when you're done drinking them? With this, you're done and you are rolling it up and putting it in your pocket and your hands free, or wherever you want to put it. But it is really nicely done. To me, it's another great stocking stuffer item. And I was kind of shocked at the price that for under $10, because this is a reusable. You will use this again and again and again. Super durable. So, the other thing about it is it's freezable. So you could, if you really want your water to be cool for a while, maybe you're freezing half of it and then putting water on top, or whatever it is that you have inside. And then it's also dishwasher safe. So you just take the top off, down, and get it all cleaned out right in the dishwasher. So great invention. And it was by a duo. It is by a duo. And that is David and Brent. So guys, congratulations and they have, really dedication in general. So this is not their only product at all, but it's a great one. And Grommet always does such a good job of, finding those really special items and bringing them to all you guys. And I love that it's called the anti-bottle. The wide mouth anti-bottle, because it definitely is that. It's different as you search on Grommet. There's so many different water bottles, but nothing as anti and as simple as this guy. So love it. Well done, guys. Okay, let's see. Really cool for the airport. Also really good for hiking. So you can put it in your pocket when it's empty. Another thing I now need. It could get expensive watching this show. I know, because these products are all so good. And we do try to pick some special ones for the show. So I'm glad that you guys are loving them as much as I do. All right, the time has come. I'm very excited to introduce you guys to our maker of the evening, our product of the week winner. And I'm going to have Jen bring her in here, and then I'm going to tell you about her product. There she is. Hello.
Hello, Marcy.
Guys, this is Michelle. I'm just realizing that we haven't met before.
We haven't.
I feel like we have, because
I feel the same.
Talk about you so much. I talk about you, and then we talk inside the chat. And so I feel like I haven't. I've read about you and all of that. So first and foremost, Michelle, congratulations on product of the week winner. But I wanted to first say congratulations on an amazing invention. Amazing. And
Thank you.
Yes, I've got two of them here. You guys are probably wondering what the heck I'm talking about, but some of you might know if you follow Product of the Week winners or if you watch the show. And that is this guy right here. Still might be wondering what it is. I'm going to show you a video in a second, and I'm going to have Michelle explain it because I know she'll do it way better than me, but you're seeing a picture of it right there. Michelle, let me show you the video. Let me show the video, and then I'm going to turn it over to you to explain your fantastic product. Do we have the video? Don't tell me it's one of the ones we lost. Where is it? Okay, you explain it. We'll start with that. Tell us what it is, and I'm going to look for it because I think I might know where it is while you're talking about it.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for just letting me be here. And your customers, the Grommet customers, are some of the best on the planet. And it's just my pleasure to be here. So you showed one. It was the 4-inch. Actually, your Grommet customers have bought us out. We are now out of the 4-inch and have them on order. Now I have what we call the 6-inch max bit. There's the video.
Since it's on, look at that, you guys. That just attaches to your regular drill, and at the push of the button, it is digging the most perfect hole. And we'll come back and watch that one more time in just a second, but I want to get Michelle back on here. So where are you, Michelle? Okay, Jen's going to help me with that. So I'm so sorry I interrupted you. I'm not the most techie person in the world, but I'm glad we found the video.
Yes, no, not at all. The video really tells it all. So thank you.
Yeah. So you were starting to say, so we have the 4-inch one is right here. And
Yes.
what I want to show you guys is, I hope you can see through the camera how phenomenally constructed this is.
Mm.
This is a heavy duty, it's stainless steel, right, Michelle?
Well,
Yeah.
it's steel, solid steel, not
I know,
stainless, but solid steel.
right.
Mhm.
The
Yes.
durable, like heavy duty steel.
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, the ground does not stand a chance
Mm-mm.
against this and your drill. The combination of a drill with just a regular standard drill at home, and this is the drill bit right there.
Yeah.
And then you do that, and it was designed to create that flat bottom? Was that
Yes.
your vision? Okay.
Yes.
So because of this is flat.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Mhm.
the holes are almost like a golf hole, right? When
Mhm.
you're done with it.
Yes.
Here-
Yes. That's
Here's the
good.
bigger one, the 6
Yes.
inch.
Yes.
So if you want to see the comparison,
Mhm.
what would the smaller one be used mostly for, and what would the bigger one be used mostly
That's a
for?
great question. So the small one, for the most part, Marcy, is used for like bulbs, small bulbs, or when you go to the garden centers and you buy the flats of flowers, and they come in little small, like 18 flowers, little small tubs. So for, I call your annuals or perennials, that your starter plants, those small starter plants for your bulbs. But to your point, though, people have bought them and they've dug the little small holes and they've planted the lights, the lights that go up and down your driveway, or lights that you want to put out in your yard, anything that you need a hole for. Because can you hold the 4-inch up again?
Mhm.
So the depth, when you put it on the end of a drill, it's just a household drill, then it goes the depth of the blade, right? And the point that you're holding with your hand actually helps to start the hole. Now,
Mhm.
you can go deeper than what the blade is if you'd like, and the dirt just starts to pile on top of it. But the genius of the design is that it actually pushes the dirt down and out, and it forms a hole. When you pull the tool out, the max bit out of the hole, you can look down, you have this hole and no dirt in it. And that's the beauty of it.
I really noticed that, Michelle, when I played with it, was because I don't know if it's just me, and when I was little at the beach, and I used to dig holes and the sand keeps pouring back in as you're digging it. That's how I feel when I garden too, that the soil just
Mhm.
keeps coming in, and you're so right that the way
Yes.
it's designed, somehow it just propels that dirt out. So it's this empty, perfect hole that makes it
Yes.
so much easier to garden. And then
Yes.
the dirt is around it to just pour it back in. So it's so, I mean, so was that by design, or was it as you were doing it going, oh, that's an extra benefit? Or you knew you wanted it to
Oh, it
expel
was
it out?
absolutely by design. It's one of your, I'm looking at it. Necessity is the mother of all invention, right? So I'm gardening on the weekends using the trowel and whatever's on the shelf when you go, to Home Depot or wherever you're buying your tools from. And there was nothing that I could find a perfect hole. I was gardening on the weekends, earning extra money. I was a single mom, so you're doing what you know how to do. Yes. And I would use the trowel and I would get a hole and put the plant in, and the plant would go like this because it wasn't a hole. It's like, and I've got 35 or 40 plants, and I step back and it's like, no, it doesn't look right. And I would walk away thinking there's got to be a better way, right? That necessity thinking. And
Yeah.
like you, I come from a line of inventors, my grandparents, my father. And so, the wheels started churning, and before we know it, we just start prototyping, like in the shop, like trying to build something that will work, looking for something that will give me a flat hole,
Uh-huh.
and something that would actually push the dirt down and make a hole so that when I pull the tool out, I have a hole.
It's like
Right?
magic. I mean, it really it's the weirdest thing because I'm so used to just all that hard work, and it all of a sudden you almost feel guilty that it's so easy to dig
Yeah.
a hole.
But when you're landscaping, if you're actually trying to form something, excuse me.
Mhm. And that's the 6-inch.
It's
Well,
important, isn't it?
go ahead.
I'll show you the colors.
Oh yeah, I'll show you the colors while you're catching your breath there,
Okay.
because they are really great colors.
Mhm.
There they are right there. So it's the green, the black, the yellow, and the orange. Now, which one is your best seller? I always ask that.
Well, I think the green, your customers have sold out my green. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, green is always a Grommet favorite, but they're all super cool.
Yes.
I think they're really hip tones.
And they do. They all
And
sell
then
real well. They all sell real well. Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
also saying, so we talked about that this would be, the smaller the bulbs and things like that. So this would be smaller, like shrubs and things, or what would this be used for?
This one is used for when you go to the garden center. You're going to buy a pot, like a more what I call a more mature plant, right?
Mhm.
It's a 6-inch or 12-inch. So you're buying a single plant.
Yeah, it's
It's in
bigger.
a pot about that big. So when you use this one, now the shaft is longer, so that
Mhm.
when you put it on the drill, it's the same household drill that you have balance. You don't have a wobble, right? So you're drilling it and you're pushing. It's going straight down and it's building that hole for you. So this is for your individual potted plants, more mature plants. We haven't advertised these on the Grommet yet, but we've got the really large ones, the 1 gallon and the 3 gallon as well. But those are designed a little different, and they're made for bigger drills, gasoline powered augers instead of just your household drill.
Okay. And then the other thing that I have, but it's in that corner over there, is the long,
Yes.
the extension.
Yeah, this was crazy, amazing. So it's a 24-inch extension. So it fits like this on either one of them. It comes with the Allen wrench and the set screws inside. You just loosen it, put it here, and then of course this end goes in your drill. Our landscapers love this because they can dig the hole. Somebody's digging the hole, and the worker's coming right behind to putting the plant in the ground, and they can plant hundreds of plants. Universities, your city planners, just wherever you can think of, where they're just buying flats and flats of flowers and doing it all day long.
I'm hoping you've already sold these to Disneyland because they need it.
I have actually talked with somebody from Disneyland.
Have you? I was thinking all the resorts
Yeah.
and oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes, it's almost the commercial use.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And
Is
the
that
larger ones
where
are for sure.
your biggest clientele is more commercial, or is it more direct to consumer?
It's actually large buyers like A.M. Leonard. It's going to be your large garden centers that then resell to customers.
Got it.
Yes.
And is it have you protected the MaxBit name? So when they're reselling them, it's not private label, it is under
Yes, patented and trademarked. Yes.
When did you first launch?
With you guys, with the Grommet, or just in general? In general, we first launched in 2016.
Okay. And then on Grommet,
we launched on Walmart.com in the beginning.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, it is just there's so many people I want to get this for. Anybody. I mean, even if you don't have arthritis or any back issues or anything like that, it just makes gardening so foolproof and fun. And like I said, but you do feel a little guilty because it just makes it so easy. And I am someone, and I know, Michelle, you probably know this because I talk about it all the time, but I do have a lot of back issues all of a sudden. I never have, but I do now. And that's when I first started noticing it, was when I was gardening. Is for whatever reason, the position I'm in when I'm down there doing that, and that is the worst thing for me. And so I was feeling so sad that I can't do that anymore. And I do still struggle in some ways, but this is a lifesaver. Like, this really makes such a difference for anybody that's dealing with any kind of pain, but still wants to garden. So
I was gardening for older people that had the desire to do it, but they couldn't. They would describe exactly what you just told me were their same pains. And so they would hire me to come in and do it. So in my mind, I'm thinking, if I could invent something that not only everyone could afford, but that they also could use, you just have to pull the trigger on the drill and hold it steady. They could then have the same pleasure to plant without having to get on the ground, on their knees, use that upper body and the push, because you can't do it if you've got all the pain.
Right. And because the steel that you use is so durable with that extension pull, that's so great that you don't even have to get down there at all.
Exactly.
And that you can dig a hole from up there, and you do have that leverage because of the strength and durability of that hole.
Exactly.
I was thinking how well could that work? But you have it.
Yeah, so it's US steel and then it's powder coated. So,
yeah. And it's so pretty. That's you've done such
Simple.
good colors, but also just the quality of the powder coating,
Mhm.
all of it. Like you
Mhm.
almost don't want to put it in the dirt because it's so pretty.
Well, it
Uh,
cleans up real easy, so it'll stay pretty for a long time.
Tell me about the book. I'm just learning about a book.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you. That's Jen. She's probably
Yeah,
reminding. Awesome.
yeah.
So, a good friend of mine, John Stonge, who's also, you're not going to be able to see it too well, I don't think, but it's a new release. Let me do it this way. John Stonge has an online platform that I'm a part of, and the name of the book is called Turn Your Passion into an Online Platform. And what he did is he wrote the book. He's got lots of online presence and different ways that he makes finances on an online platform. And he encouraged those on his platform to write a chapter in the book to talk about how they have marketed and done some product and or books. I'm also an author, but so I'm one of the last chapters in the book, and we
Oh,
talk about the max bit and from beginning to end, how we wrote the patent, all the different things, how we prototyped. So I would encourage your listeners to purchase the book. It's brand new. You can find it on Amazon. Turn Your Passion into an Online Platform by
I am
John
so excited. I want to read your stuff. I want to hear about
Stonge.
your whole journey. So I'm gonna just for that, I'm gonna buy it.
The journey's
Thank
in there.
That is so cool.
Thank you. I
Thanks
think
for
so too.
sharing
Yeah,
that.
he's
I'm so glad we did. Okay, you're getting tons of compliments in the chat. Would make a
yay.
great gift for several people. My hubby would love that. My mom would love this. Great
Yes.
idea. The lights. Someone else was basically agreeing with the idea about the lights. That was the first
Mm-hmm.
thing that came to mind. Is
Mm-hmm.
I would have
Yeah.
never thought of that. That's genius.
Yeah.
And I'll have to use this next summer, says Susan. So you already know what a fan everybody is of your product.
Well, I
And
appreciate that
I
so much.
just couldn't believe that I hadn't heard of it, that it had been out for that many years and I hadn't heard of it. So I'm so happy that we've been able to feature it on Grommet and try to get out in front of more and more people. I know you're having a ton of success, but there's still some people who don't know about it.
That's true, and I think that's the case with everything. Although we've been all over the place, we ship internationally as well. But yeah, well, as you know, marketing is probably the most difficult part of launching any kind of a product anywhere. Yeah,
It is a challenge. It is.
yeah,
It's a fun challenge.
yes,
But when you get that unlock and people
yeah.
understand what it is that you created, and yours is so easy to understand. I'm going to show the video one more quick time and then we're going to wrap up. But I felt like we were kind of talking over it. So I just want to make sure everybody saw it okay. And we're going to go full screen on it too, I think here.
Okay.
There it is. So you can see how easy that is. Just your regular drill.
Mhm.
And look at that perfect flat hole. Look how fast that goes.
Mhm.
So good.
So the video shows different types of soil too. So the first part of the video was untilled soil, that flower bed that it was being dug in hadn't been touched in years, and the other ones are pre-tilled beds. So it works in most soils.
Okay.
A lot of terrain across the U.S. is rocky, or if you're trying to plant something around trees where you've got roots, the safety feature, because of how it's designed, if it hits a root that's like bigger than your thumb, if it's small like this, it's going to cut right through it. But if it's bigger, it will actually stop. Whereas your other tools that are on the market actually keep going and have the tendency to twist your arm. But this one, because of its design, will actually just stop. So it's another safety feature.
Clay in soil.
That's a good,
So
common
hard.
question.
Yeah.
Yes, and so on the website we give a lot of FAQ questions and answers, because where we live too in the South, clay is an issue. So if you're going to plant something in clay, my first question would be why? Because plants don't grow real well in clay anyway. So you're going to want to prepare your soil. So if that's what you've got and you need to plant plants, you want to prepare your soil with some topsoil. And then you want to wet the ground just slightly so the clay gets a little wet, so that when you put this on your drill, it will go through the clay. Because if clay is too wet, it's gummy. And if it's dry, it's hard as a brick,
Yes.
right? So you want to slightly wet it and prepare it with some topsoil, so that when you dig your hole and you put your plant in, you've got some plant food and you're giving your plant, its best chance to grow.
Right. But you're right. that does not ever do well in clay.
Mm-mm.
I just can't get away from the clay for some reason. We've got a lot of that. Well, guys, I mean Michelle, congratulations again on all of your
Again,
success and just a phenomenal, phenomenal invention. I'm not surprised you come from a family of inventors.
yeah,
That definitely makes sense.
yeah.
And you guys, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. We are going to do the giveaway. We're going to give away, and Michelle, I'm hoping you're okay with this, but I'm such a fan of the product. I'm hoping that you're okay with us giving away a MaxFit. And you guys, if you haven't used it and when you try it for the first time, you're going to wonder how you ever gardened without it. So I'm guessing that the person that wins this, well, I'm assuming that you're going to want it for yourself, but maybe there's just a green thumber in your life or a brown thumb person in your life that you want to gift it to. But either way, one of you is going to be the proud winner of a MaxFit drill. I think that's what it's called. MaxFit, dig the perfect hole every time. And guys, give her an upvote for that one. Just let her know that you love her product and take advantage of that 20% also. Okay. So she's letting me know that they are sold out of the 4-inch. So lucky you guys, because she has agreed to go ahead and give away the 6-inch. So you are going to be the lucky winner of a 6-inch MaxFit. Okay, so I'm going to ask a trivia question, and the first person that chimes in with the correct answer is going to be the winner of the MaxFit, and you get to pick your color, assuming she's got the colors in stock, and then Jen will reach out to you and get that sent out to you right away. Okay, for my trivia question of the night, I am going to go back to my lip kit and ask a trivia question about something that I talked about during this. I think at the top of when I first started talking about it, I said one of the reasons that she wanted to create this was that so much makeup goes to waste. So much of the makeup we buy gets tried on once or maybe worn once with that certain outfit and then never worn again. And I gave you a percentage of the amount of makeup that gets wasted from makeup and cosmetics. What percent gets wasted? So while you guys, I know it's a little bit of a tricky question, so I have a backup question if nobody gets it, but because we have a little bit of a delay while you guys are chiming in with the answers, I'm going to do a quick recap of all the awesome products that we presented tonight. The first one is by Springer Pets, and it is the flip bottle that makes it so easy to keep your dog hydrated on the go with this silicone bowl that's leak proof. You just twist that. Love the carabiner there. And then I love the treat thing that goes with it, and you can kind of clip them together and just have a happy dog on the go. And then the second product we did was the sink topper. I think that was a huge hit tonight. So many cool colors, but this is basically that invention that extends the amount of counter space that you have in the bathroom, or expands it exponentially. You're getting your sink back. And it's got that little hook, so it just stores away right on the wall or on the back of the door. And then we did those phenomenal, I think this is the one in the lead for product of the week, the basically landfill friendly poop bags for your dogs. And this is by Next. They are or not by Next, it's Doggy Do Good that it's by, but they're called the Next Pet Waste Bags. So these allow you to do your part for the environment, and you're not spending more money to do your part, which is always kind of a nice thing. And then the next thing was, to me, the gift of all gifts is the lip kit. Love it so much. This is do it yourself. Make that perfect lipstick color, or make lots of different lipstick colors and use the app to find out what is that perfect lipstick color for you. And you're doing it just by pumping, following the recipe. It gets dispensed in here. You're mixing it with the brush that comes with it. Maybe you're adding a little bit of the moisture drops in there to give it a little shine, and you're done. I just think it's so clever. So clever. And such a fun gift. And then we had the body scratcher. And this is the other one that is in the running, one of the top products of the week for sure. And my gosh, all I have to say is this. It just, enough said, just feels amazing. And it's got the dual head, so you can change it out depending on what is your fancy at that moment. And then we have the awesome travel product, the wide mouth anti bottle that fills up with 0.7 liters. And then when it's empty, you just roll it up, reusable, but put it in your pocket and, not have to carry an empty water bottle around. And so great for travel to just not have to buy those expensive water anymore. You can just use that. And then, of course, we had Max Spit on, and that's the one we are giving away. And I'm going to check to see who got the answer right. Oh my gosh, we got so many people chiming in. I love it. We've got a few, we've got 70%, we've got 80%. Susan is saying she didn't watch that one. We've got another 80%. We've got 20 to 40%. We've got 95%. Nobody has gotten it yet, but I think I'm going to go with the person who is the closest. How about that? Or, yeah, I'll go with the person that's the closest without going over. And that is, let's see, who is it? Jackie Zane. You are the big winner of the night. You are winning this bad boy right here, the 6-inch Max Fit. You are going to love it. It is going to make your gardening so easy, so fun, or maybe it's going to make a great gift for somebody who loves to garden. But the answer was the amount of lipstick or the amount of makeup that we throw away that goes to waste is 86%. That is a big number, crazy number. So not only does this help us to not waste, but let's be honest, it's just really a lot of fun. And the colors, the social media on this, it's so fun to watch, because what some of these influencers are doing is they're saying, what color do you want me to make next? And then their followers are telling them what color to make. So then the next video that they create, they said, okay, you guys asked for it. You wanted 2 red, 1 yellow, 1 black. So she mixes it up really quick, puts it on. And it's amazing how every color they create is just gorgeous. I want them all. So now I can have them all because I can create them myself, and I can watch those videos and copy what they do. Or I can get, do my own little DIY stuff. So anyway, so many great products tonight. So much fun inside the chat. Thank you guys for lighting it up tonight. And believe it or not, this is our second show of the week. We have another one tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is our 3rd installment of stocking stuffers. And we have phenomenal ones. They're all good. All shows have been good. The stocking stuffers have been really great. And stocking stuffers are always so much fun. So tomorrow night, I think we have 7 more. Would love for you to join us. Those are always a ton of fun. And then on Saturday, for anyone that's looking for kind of that smaller gift, that under $25, we have picked what are our favorite gifts on Grommet that are under $25. And we are going to be sharing all of those with you on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock on the West Coast and noon on the East Coast. So Saturdays are our morning shows. And then during the week, it's all at night, 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So I'm getting lots of thank yous and congratulations to Jackie. Thank you, Marcy. So much fun. Great products. So many great products. So thank you guys, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And hopefully I will see you again tomorrow night for another episode of Grommet Live. Bye-bye, everyone.